Okay, we're here at the Faith and Freedom Coalition kickoff in Orlando, Florida, in association with the Presidency 5 straw poll with Governor Rick Perry, who just gave quite a rip-roaring speech out here. You got quite a reaction.
Yeah, great people. You know, it's when you tell the truth and you speak the truth, they're just dying for that across the country. I mean, it's what I've found is that people are so excited. There are two incredible emotions going on. They're really excited that they may be getting to see and be with a person they can really be excited about. But there's also fear in their eyes and fear in their hearts about what's happening in this country. And they just want somebody that they know will stand up for them and their values and fight for them every day.
Now, you've gotten into this race in the last roughly 30-some-odd days.
Yes.
And it hadn't been like a big fish in a small pond. It's been like a whale in a bathtub. I mean, you came in here and immediately skyrocketed at the top of the polls. Everybody's kind of shooting at you. How do you explain it? No one in modern presidential politics has ever gotten in this late and been this strong. How do you explain it?
Well, I do think Americans are really looking for someone that has a proven record, someone that they trust, someone that they know is not going to change their tune, whether it's on issues of social import like abortion or traditional marriage. I mean, I'm going to be there every day, somebody that's going to be there standing up for Israel, somebody that's got a track record for creating jobs, and that's who we are. And I can't help myself. That's who I am, and I'm never going to change.
Speaking of jobs, you said out there, I believe I've got it right, that 40% of all the jobs created in America in the last, how many years?
Well, since June of 2009.
Have been created in the state of Texas. So my question, Governor, is how did you do it there, and how would that translate to your presidency?
You know, Texas would be about the 13th largest economy in the world if it was a standalone entity. So what we put in place there will work in the United States. And it's really pretty simple. You have to have a tax burden that is light on the job creators as you can, so that they know that they can risk their capital and have a return on investment. You have a regulatory climate that is fair but predictable, and a legal system that doesn't allow for oversuing. And then government needs to get out of the way. And that's what's happened over the years, Ralph, is that men and women have gone to Washington, D.C., and they've either caught Potomac fever or whatever you want to call it, and they think that government and all of the answers to this country's ills are up in Washington, D.C. They're not. They're in the hearts and the minds and the innovative spirits of Americans all across this country, and we need to free that up. That's how you pay off this monstrous debt. That's how you get America back to where it can have an economy that in turn keeps a strong military, so that we can have a foreign policy that our allies respect and that our opponents and or our enemies understand that you better respect America because they're strong again.
Mm-hmm. I think our members agree with all that. Last question, because I want to be respectful of your time. I think you've got a debate tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir. We'll get out there and have a good time.
So you probably need a little time to get ready for that. But last question. You spoke at Liberty University, I guess last week, very eloquently about your own faith journey. And you said something that really struck me. You said, God doesn't require perfect people to carry out his perfect plan.
Thank goodness.
Amen to that. I wonder if you could talk just a little bit about how as a governor and now as a presidential candidate, I mean, this business can be a pressure cooker.
Sure.
How faith has, what that's meant to you and how it's guided you.
Well, God dealt with me in a rather powerful way when I was in my mid-20s. And I realized that I needed him. And he had to bring me to my knees, literally and figuratively, before I really recognized that he needed to be God of my life. He needed to be Lord of my life. He needed to be the center of everything I do. And so as I go forward, and my values that are they're steeped in the Judeo-Christian values that this country was based upon. And every day, I can no more remove myself from my faith than I can that I'm son of tenant farmers. I mean, it's who I am. And I don't force that upon people. But I want people to know that this is how I will govern. This is how I will lead my life every day. My wife, who is the most fabulous woman in the world, we were talking about how will people see your Christian values from the White House. And I was sharing with them some different things. And then, when we have the day of prayer, I'll be there and I'll be engaged. And my wife said, let me have that microphone just a second. And she took the microphone and she said, sir, I will tell you one thing. You won't see my husband on Sunday morning playing golf. He'll be at church.
Governor,
is that awesome?
We're very grateful for you to be here, and Godspeed on this race.
Thanks for all you do
All right,
for us.
thank you.
So, brother.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.